Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 7 of Junior Varsity Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Singles for Photosage Esports. Our first matches should be getting underway very soon.
Step into the ring. Step into the ring.
Alright, and after some technical difficulties, it looks like the first set of the day is about to begin. We have Grape versus Woodbat John playing under the HHS tag. Woodbat John going to be going K-Rool and Grape going the typical Sephiroth. Sephiroth is a character with a lot of range and a lot of very good projectiles to work with. However, K-Rool has his own set of projectiles, and more importantly, is a heavyweight, which means that he deals a ton of damage with his singular hits, deals a lot of knockback, and doesn't take much knockback himself. Combine that with a pretty good recovery special in his up B, and this character can run for very long periods of time. However, Sephiroth might be able to circumvent that somewhat. This character's range prevents K-Rool from really being able to abuse his heavy hitting status so much because he just never gets an opportunity to hit because he's outranked so much, and importantly, Sephiroth does have a lot of kill power behind most of his attacks, so K-Rool's survivability might not be much. That being said, K-Rool is far from helpless. As we might be seeing here shortly, he has a special armor mechanic on his moves, which essentially prevent him from getting flinched when getting hit by things while they're active. However, doesn't appear to be using a lot of that. Instead, going for more just basic regular attacks, not relying on the armor too much, and that's might be to his detriment. Loses the first stock to an up tilt by Grape. Now, Sephiroth is a very, very lightweight character, which means he takes a lot of knockback. Compare that with a high-damage character like K-Rool, he's going to die very, very early. In fact, he might be on death's doorstep right now. That down air spike just barely misses. That attack sends downwards. There are a lot of moves in this game like that, and off stage it at that percent, it would have been a guaranteed stop. Oh, goes to the confirm and actually hits it. That down air into up air is going to be something that Grape's going to have to watch out for. That being said, Grape's affinity for up smashing the opponent as an anti-air might prevent that from being too much of a factor. Let's see how the set goes. Grape's struggling to get around the projectiles. K-Rool has two projectiles that he focuses on. He has the crown and the cannonball. However, he also has a ton of moves that bury the opponent, like that forwards. A down throw into forward smash is going to be enough to take the second stock from Grape. Grape now down the stock after initially taking the lead after the first stock. After a first stock KO with up tilt. Now on the back foot here, Sephiroth, I'd imagine this is a very hard character to make a comeback with in this matchup. Just because he died so early and is like so susceptible to K-Rool shenanigans. That said, a sweet spot forward tilt from Grape's going to do it. The Sephiroth sword, depending on what kind of move it is, it will change, but generally he's going to have sweet spots in different positions. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the most spaghetti thing that's happened so far this season. Grape accidentally SDs. Woodbat John goes for the disrespectful edge guard, probably going for a down air spike, accidentally fast falls, and dies first. Grape takes game one. aside from that ending, I'd say that was a decently well-played set for both players. Woodbat John was actually pretty good at finding kills, early kills against Sephiroth. Struggled a bit, stock 1. However, stock 2, he was able to get back to lead, and that's what he's going to do. K. Rool is going to want to push his advantage as much as possible. His armor does let him blow through some of Sephiroth's attacks, although it is a limited resource. If he uses armor too much, his belly will break, and he'll be super vulnerable for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, which is a lot of time in Smash. But he can use that to go through Sephiroth's a better range and sort of invalidate that for a limited amount of time using specific options. And if he gets in, Sephiroth does have trouble getting opponents off of him when he's not just straight up moving around. He doesn't have a lot of fast moves close up, and that can potentially make combo breaking with offense very difficult. However, he does have some things that he could do. Sephiroth mainly as a counter, that's going to be, if you're going to go for, offensive combo breaks, not the best option, which should be saying a lot because it's not a very good option. But if you have a hard read, you can go for it. It can get good reward. The way counters work in this game is that they will absorb an attack, and depending on how much damage that attack dealt, their own damage will be increased. And because of how knockback in this game works, it means they can kill very, very early if hit by strong attacks. So potentially he could use that. I know he can definitely, we've seen Grape use it before in neutral as a sort of hard call out against opponents who are being a bit too aggressive. Woodbat John has shown that he does like going for grabs. That second stock was actually gotten off of a grab confirm K. Rool's down throw berries, and has become was a very infamous move at the beginning of the game's life, although it was pretty heavily nerfed to where it's not nearly as good in that role as it was before. So we'll just see how each player adapts to each other's game plans. Woodbat John can use K. Rool's armor and superior up close tools to sort of bully Grape if he manages to get in, and Grape can make K. Rool's life an absolute nightmare in neutral using things like forward tilt, forward air, back air, sort of preventing him from getting there in the first place. However, it looks like we're going to be seeing a switch up of characters from Woodbat John, counterpicking to the Donkey Kong. I'm not sure if this is a smart call or not. Donkey Kong has significantly fewer tools to deal with a character like Sephiroth. The main thing is that his disadvantage state, the state he's in when getting juggled by the opponent, is significantly worse than K. Rool's, and K. Rool's already wasn't good. Donkey Kong, unlike K. Rool, doesn't have armor on almost any of his attacks. He has 3 attacks which have armor, and he is a bit faster movement-wise, roughly similar frame data-wise. However, he lacks projectiles and also lacks that recovery, as we can see here from the SD. Grape having not taken a single hit that stock. Grape looks like he's playing this a bit more patiently, playing to Donkey Kong weaknesses. Oh, he tried to hit him against the stage. However, Grape is not nearly at high enough a percent for that to work, just barely Octus life. It looks like he's trying to just use that cargo throw of DK's, because DK has a unique cargo throw mechanic with his forward throw. It basically allows him to move while grabbing the opponent. Doesn't seem to be using it for combo conversions, more just going for gimmicky edge guards. I'm not sure if this will work. Grape's recovery game is pretty solid, and Sephiroth can make it back decently well. Sephiroth's recovery mainly suffers from being easy to intercept, more so than it does for its actual distance. Donkey Kong's recovery, as we can see here, actually struggling with both of those things, does not go very high vertically, as we saw that stock 1, and as we saw there that stock 2. It's also very easy to intercept, especially with a character like Sephiroth, where it goes for the counter at the edge. Sephiroth's counter uniquely will always attack. That might have been to his detriment, though, as that will put him in too much lag, and that will take his first stock. However, Grape does have a 1-stock lead, gets spiked off stage, and Grape loses that second stock. As soon as I say that, all of a sudden this game is nearly completely tied. You're going to have to play this more carefully, using a lot of projectiles, just trying to play to Donkey Kong's advantage. Donkey Kong does not have the range to contest Sephiroth at his max distance. Oh, cargo throws him, goes for the regular forward throw there, doesn't run off the stage at all. Grape hits him with the back air, doesn't go for the tech chase, barely misses that, gets buried by that. That's the one move that Donkey Kong has, or one of the 2 moves that does actually have armor. That will bury the opponent. We see here goes for the giant punch. That is a chargeable move that he can essentially wind up and store charge on. And then a lot of knockback. Grape has 1 wing, and the spike. from Woodbat John. That forward air spiking just barely off the edge of the stage as he takes game 2. We're now going to a game 3 situation here. Grape barely taking game 1 thanks to Woodbat John's SD, and Woodbat John barely taking game 2 due to an early edge guard and an SD from Grape. This set's been all over the place. Both players so far have sort of struggled staying alive. There's been quite a few SDs this set, as previously mentioned. So I'd say what both of them at this point need to work on is just being able to get back to stage. That Donkey Kong counterpick worked a lot better than I thought it would. Donkey Kong is a character who sort of defies heavyweight conventions in a sense, primarily because he is not actually slow and he's slow frame data wise, but in terms of his mobility, he's actually average, if not slightly above average, which is not typical for heavyweights. Usually heavyweights are slow both in their attack speed and in their movement speed. Donkey Kong is the exception. Donkey Kong, we saw a bit of it, but Donkey Kong has a very, very good grab game thanks to that cargo throw. There's a ton of things that he can do that other characters just can't. That unique ability to move while grabbing the opponent gives him some really interesting opportunities. We didn't see many of them exploited, and it looks like we might see a bit of them going into Game 3 as both players choose to stay with the characters they were playing beforehand. What Grape's mainly going to want to avoid are those edge guards. That edge guard on his second stock probably is what cost him the game in the long run, because him and Woodbat John were almost tied going into Grape's second stock. However, after that, going to the third stock, which means that even if that had all played out identically, Grape still probably would have had a stock to work with. And we see here, once again, Grape struggling to survive with another SD. SDs have been all over this set so far. Woodbat John now has a massive lead. Grape avoids SDing this time, is able to get back to stage safely, trying to play the fireball game. That instantaneous SD less than 30 seconds into the game, though, that might have already sealed his fate. Does have one lead that gives Grape an extra jump and armor on his smash attacks. This could potentially be an X factor that he needs. Goes for another up smash, doesn't get a punish against it. Barely spaces around the giant punch, and Grape gets the forward smash off. Tries using the move while he has respawn invincibility. You get around 2 to 3 seconds of invincibility upon respawning in this game to prevent the opponent from being able to hit you the instant they've already killed you. Grape needs to play around that a bit more. And here's him with the up smash. All of a sudden, after that, players are almost even. Grape still has one wing active. Forward smashes the shield. That shield's looking awfully small. Sephiroth does have a dedicated shield breaker. His down smash is almost guaranteed to break a shield if it connects. Goes for the charge to Octa Slash. That might not be the best idea, though. Woodbat John has shown that he's willing to use forward air as a sort of interception tool, and that's probably going to be that side B. Barry is going to keep Grape open for a very, very long time. Enough for that forward smash to land. Any projectiles on the inside, you able to mash out, but mashing on your controller, mashing the buttons, is able to get you out of berries faster. So Grape's finger speed might be the same in that case. I don't know if we're going to see that again, though. Gets forward smash. Grape at a deficit. He needs to close out this stock. Donkey Kong is a very heavy character. Going back throw, and he misses the wall tech. After that devastating SD that cost him game 1, after Grape himself had SD'd, Woodbat John manages to take it back with a 2-1 victory. Okay, so unfortunately, it appears that the next few games could take a while. We're not getting too many responses from our players' opponents, so apologies for any potential lulls in the action.
Step into the ring.
Alright, once again, apologies for the delay. Most of our competitors haven't been responding. However, we finally have a set for you. Said set will be beginning soon. Alright, and here it goes. We have Cola versus BT Challenger 5 playing under the Grain Valley School Esports tag. Cola going to be going the Roy as expected, and BT Challenger going to be going Ridley, a character we don't see very often. This character, despite the large size, not actually particularly heavy. In fact, characters such as Samus, Kazuya, and Piranha Plant are actually heavier. Ridley, though, his wings aren't just for show. He does have 3 jumps, and he does have some very good aerials to work with. However, we don't see him using a lot of these. Instead, going to be going for a lot of specials. Ridley specials are good, but they are situational. We see here, for that side B, that's a command grab, trying to grab Cola, send him across the stage, then we will travel across the entire width of the arena until it reaches a ledge, at which point it will stop moving, as you can see here, and after a certain distance or a certain amount of time, it will throw them. Ridley also has a projectile to work with, albeit it can't be jumped over, as we see here from Cola. Almost getting the kill. Sweet spot up air, not quite able to do it. However, that sweet spot up air gets a bit closer, still not quite enough. Going for Ridley's down special quite a lot. That move deals a ton of damage. However, it's very hard to hit with, as you need to be not only hit them with a slow attack, but also hit them with this very sweet spot of it. Yeah, looks like BT is just going to go for nothing but special move. That being said, if Cola can't figure out a way around this, the command grab, it might be enough to work. Uses the plasma breath. Cola manages to jump out of it. It's been a double edge dance. Goes for the up air, trying to guard him. Finally, it looks like BT is starting to do some normals, using a lot more tilts this time, trying to actually take advantage, and that forward tilt does have a sweet spot at the very tip of it, and that's going to be enough to get close for stock. Cola also has sweet spots on his hitboxes, however, they are significantly different. While Ridley's sweet spots, assuming he has them, will primarily be his attacks, where the spike on his tail is. Roy's hitboxes will actually have sweet spots near the base and the hilt of his sword. This means that Roy generally wants to play an up-close game. He wants to be in your face and then stay there. However, he does have range to be able to contest characters and prevent him from being totally useless in those matchups. Oh, gets grabbed by the command grab. However, BT does not have the means to recover back to stage, and Cola takes the first game with a 2-stock. He doesn't quite get it, though, thanks to that command grab. That being said, that was a pretty dominant, pretty easy win, I'm not going to lie, from Cola there. That was a decisive victory. BT needs to stop using that many special moves. Now, like I said, Ridley specials are good. They do have good applications. However, they are very situational. Up special is obviously a recovery tool, and it can be used for like some disrespectful edge guards because it's angleable and the downwards angle spikes, meaning it sends down. His plasma breath can be good on the ledge, and his side B can be good to catch out opponents if they like have a read on their movement. However, just using them willy-nilly like that is just asking to get punished. Really has a lot of Swiss Army knife style moves, things like nair, things like down tilt and up tilt.
Three,
Can start combos, continue combos, and generally control space if he is not using any of it. You can see here as well, his specials do have some weaknesses. That Fire Breath, while it may be good for opponents on the ledge, if you get interrupted while charging it up, he goes into a unique recoil animation that deals a lot of self-damage. So want to avoid that if possible. Cola ruthlessly rushing down, barely taking any damage, using back air to get him off stage, tries to intercept him, dash attacks him, ping-ponging him from one side of the stage to the other, goes for the vertical kill with the sweet spot of up air, isn't quite enough to get it. Forward tilts after a dash to be able to finish it off. Cole has a massive lead right now, abusing Roy's superior frame data and his superior range just to absolutely bully Ridley right now. Well, dash back, goes for another up tilt, forward tilt. Forward smash in the wrong direction. Let's take a second one. Armors through with the Blazer up special. He's able to get it. Goes for a jab, gets the weak hit. Roy's jab does have follow-ups, however, only with the sweet spot near, once again, the tip, the hilt of the sword. If he gets the tips like that, he's not going to get much. Gets to the sweet spot, and it's another sweet spot off the forward tilt into the forward air. Not enough to kill. However, it doesn't appear that BT knows what the up special button does, which could be problematic because if he can't recover, then Ridley's recovery is not that great. Granted, most characters' recoveries without and up special isn't going to be good, but especially a big character like Ridley, who is really susceptible to getting caught out by hitboxes due to how large his hurtboxes are, this is going to be very, very problematic. He needs to make it back to stage. He's also not able to abuse Ridley's edge guarding, which could work against Roy because his recovery is pretty limited. Ridley's ability to go back to stage could be a huge boon here to getting pull of stocks. That being said, right now he's struggling to find a kill, just constantly whiffing that command grab. Cola being able to find a punish with the dash attack, avoids jumping over it, and interrupts the startup of it with his significantly faster forward smash. Cola with a quick stop, and game 2 clearly takes the set 2-0.
Step into the ring.
Alright, and it looks like the third set of the day is about to start off. We have Cola versus Bot Gaming. Bot Gaming going to be going Kirby. Not traditionally considered to be the strongest character in the cast. Generally pretty low tier. However, tier lists in this game are so close that such judgments can only be taken with should be taken with a slight grain of salt. Kirby's main game plan is to get into the opponent and just play well until you are able to defeat them. He has good aerials, but can struggle from only half-decent specials. He does lack in variety and usefulness with most of his special moves. However, you don't need him all that much, as Bot Gaming takes the first stock very, very quickly with that forward smash sealing the deal. Kirby does have some strengths, primarily his recovery. It can be somewhat easy to intercept, and it is slow. However, he does have 5 double jumps, which is unique to the cat, which is one of his more unique features. A couple other characters also have 5, mainly being Meta Knight and Jigglypuff. However, it is still something that gives him the unique ability to mix up the opponent, both when edgeguarding and landing. That early kill from Bot Gaming could potentially come to haunt Cola as he gets edgeguarded. That down air sends downwards, like a lot of downers in this game do. Unique Knight's a multi-hit as opposed to just being a strong single hit, meaning it can be easier to catch out. Bot Gaming doing a very good job of landing, spacing out Cola, spot dodging through the forward smash, just wins the grab. Does get pushed on that forward smash though. Cola doesn't get a follow-up off of the jab though. Roy does get several jab follow-ups, primarily back air. And I hazard to guess, while that may not have killed this percent, it would have been very close. Cola just misses the punish on the final cutter from Kirby. That up special is very, very unsafe, especially if he's facing the wrong direction as he was there. He's able to finally get Bot Gaming's first stock with a double edge dance. That is an extremely powerful attack. Has a ton of knockback. He has more knockback than some other kill moves in this game, which require special win conditions to be met before you can actually utilize them. They give you an idea of just how early Roy can kill characters. Cola might be able to abuse that. Roy does kill well, and Kirby is a below average weight character. Even his recovery is very good, and calls out the aggression. That stone gives Kirby passive armor that's more damage. Not typically considered to be very good, however, it can call out mindless aggressive approaches like that, as Bot Gaming takes the first game in a pretty dominant fashion. Both these Bot Gaming played that extraordinarily well, and both these characters sort of have the tools to combat the other's strengths, mainly being that Roy can take advantage of... they have the tools to combat the opponent's weaknesses. Roy's high kill power can sort of take advantage of the fact that Kirby is very low weight, and Kirby's good edge guarding with moves like his back air, his nair, and his forward air are going to be able to wreak havoc on Roy's very linear recovery. Kirby's down air, while we did see it in Game 2, isn't as good for recovering against Roy specifically because of the hitboxes on Roy's Blazer up special. That one hits more in front and above him, and unless Kirby is in a very specific position, he's probably going to get caught out by it, especially since Kirby doesn't really have any disjoint, whereas Roy has a lot. That's something else that Cola could also take advantage of. Roy, while he does want to stay close to the opponent because that's where his sweet spots are, he does still have a sword. He is still a sword character, so being able to have that range not a lot of damage or combo potential is still going to be very important to take advantage of, because that's one of the things that Kirby struggles with the most. The other is speed, which Roy also can run circles around Kirby. However, Kirby can make up with that with smart play. And going into Game 2, we're going to be able to see if Cola can implement some counter-push back games, or if he's just going to get caught out like he did in Game 1. Able to avoid the stone, being a lot more cautious, waiting for it this time. After losing the first set to it, he's going to be paying more attention to his landing options. Players flailing around, rolls into the forward smash after getting chased by after that dash attack. Forward tilts him off stage. Cole's built up a slight lead. Expects the stone. Forward smashes, punishing the recovery on it. Another reason that move is not too useful. That recovery is going to be very long. Cole is barely air dodges through. He gets hit with the other forward smash, maybe the other side of the stage. He's able to parry it. Fails to punish it, though. Gets forward smash off stage. Able to save his double jump. Makes it back. For an edge trap, predicting the dropping of the shield and goes for an up smash. It's enough to take Cole's first stock. Both players now on even percent, even stocks. Pulls manages to catch him out with the final hit double dance, hits him with Blazer. Isn't able to shield the projectile from Final Cutter. That isn't good as a projectile. It's mainly just a use of punish you, and it appears to have worked in that case. Cola does have a decent lead. Forward tilt, it's a dash attack, very punishable on shield. It's going to be a punish from Bot Gaming. Not as big as it could have been, though. The flare lane gets caught out. It's a dash attack, gets hit by the forward smash, is now off stage. Bot Gaming has shown that he's not afraid to go for edge guards, but doesn't always have to go for them. Shields looking very small. Another forward smash, or another double edge dance, break a shield. That will probably result in death. He's going to be ready to avoid that from happening. There's another forward smash. That's going to break it. It is a huge potential punish. And he gets a grab instead. He could have potentially gotten a fully charged smash attack off of that and killed him. Instead, Cola goes for the grab and loses the second stock. Bot Gaming taking advantage of Cola's smashing punches. Forward smash is going to catch him out. That's going to be the second stock. Both players now on even stocks. It's caught out by the forward air after he gets hit by the up smash. Barely avoids double edge dance. Goes for another Blazer. That anti-air is going to be a lot of the time. However, it's starting to fall flat. He's starting to play around it. Goes for the forward follow up off the forward throw. Is not able to get it though. However, Bot Gaming whiffs the forward smash. Goes for the throw. Goes for the up throw actually. That move used to have a ton of kill power. However, in this game that's been reduced significantly. It still can kill, but it doesn't kill early. Probably went that just for the damage or positioning. Only has Cola off stage. Oh, goes for the down smash for the edge trap, however, gets caught by the get up attack. Cola suspecting a stone. Isn't able to find a punish. Waits for him to whiff something. Goes for the forward tilt off stage. Goes for a punish against the final counter, however, does get caught up by the boxes. It's with a double edge dance. Goes for the anti-air. Actually gets it with a Blazer. Just barely not enough to kill. Predicts the stone. However, accidentally rolls into it once again. The stone sealing Cola's fate as Bot Gaming takes the set 2-1. Or sorry, as he takes it 2-0.
Step into the ring.
set's about to begin. We're going to be having Grape versus CPU playing under the tag of his home school, Blue Springs, and he's going to be playing Greninja. Once again, we're seeing a lot of characters that are very, very uncommon here. Greninja's a bit of a weird case. He has a projectile, a teleport move, wind boxes, which are a unique form of hitbox, which simply alter an opponent's momentum and deal knockback. And it's just generally very evasive and very, very fast. This character has very high jumps, but very slow airspeed, very high run speed. However, a lot of his attacks have weirdly slow startup on them, particularly in neutral or his forward air, meaning that combos with him are generally finicky and specific. Grape taking sort of into that awkward offense that Greninja has before SDing with the down air, just barely missing the ledge. CPU does have the lead currently, however that could be gone in moments notice. Sephiroth's a very strong character. Greninja can struggle at high range. Hope uses the Shadow Sneak, that's the teleport move that I mentioned earlier. It's caught out by the dash attack, gets launched off stage. Goes projectile to sort of cover the approach, doesn't get it, however, Greninja can mix up his recovery to a pretty ridiculous degree. Very difficult character to edge guard, especially if they know what they're doing. Grape unable to find an opening to take this stock, struggling with projectiles, doesn't have like any surefire counterplay against them, tries to Aqua Slash, however, barely misses. The flare is going to be going in the wrong direction. Dashes back to stage with a weak special. Finds a jab, but not much else. Currently CPU is at 130%. Greninja is not a heavy character. Grape needs to end the stock if he wants to have any chance of winning this game. As it stands, it's going to be very difficult. He does have one wing active, but he's going to give him armor, and that up smash is going to be taking the first stock. However, he does have a major percent deficit. It's going to be trouble trying to take this back. Greninja, as we can see, also has a unique counter, which allows him to sort of change which direction it comes out from. It can be very finicky and sort of difficult to use, which could be said for a lot of Greninja's kit. However, that doesn't make it bad, it just makes it different. However, Grape instantly coming back, intercepting the startup of the forward air with the up smash. Second time an up smash is going to take that stock from CPU. Grape now finds himself in the lead, if tenuously. Oh, uses the water shuriken, however, at full charges, that is going to have a lot of knockback. Sephiroth's light character, it's going to be enough to kill. Grape now finds himself finding very good use of up smash as an anti-air. CPU really likes using that down air at disadvantage, and against Sephiroth, that's not going to be an option. Sephiroth has massive hitboxes on his upward-facing attacks, and so using a move like that as a sort of offensive option is not going to work because it will never hit. And that up smash, the third time that an up smash has taken CPU stock, as Grape claws his way back from nearly going 1 stock versus 3 and takes the first game. That was a pretty good comeback from Grape, all things considered. He made up that deficit in the second stock very effectively. CPU needs to work on his dodging. He did not air dodge through any of those up smashes. That should have been like easy air dodge bait. Those moves, while they are big, they don't last particularly long in a given spot. So if you're falling down, you can just air dodge through it. And if he keeps on charging it, you can just shield. And it's pretty safe. CPU will want to start air dodging through those because that up smash being used as both an anti-air and it's just a general call-out move was the source of him losing all 3 of his stocks. For what it's worth, Grape, once again, we saw an SD. That is a very, very common Grape thing. He can struggle with the spacing on some moves relative to where he is on stage, meaning that things like that down air, things like Octa Slash going off stage can occasionally be pretty risky for him. However, he did make it back pretty well. Aside from that, although the up smashes have been working, if CPU adapts to them, Grape's going to have to find some other way to get his kills. Sephiroth has a ton of kill options, and Grape seemed mainly content just using the grounded smashes. If CPU starts playing around that, starts shielding and dodging more, you're going to have to change up his strategy into something a bit more safe. Time being, going into game 2, though, we'll see how those players can adapt. This leaves another up smash, tries forward smashing, isn't able to get it because it was going the wrong direction. Grape struggling to make his way off of the small battlefield platform. This stage will probably benefit Sephiroth a bit more. His up smash can cover platforms, so it's not too viable as a recovery option, whereas Greninja struggles to do the same thing. And we see here that up smash has a massive hitbox. It might not last for very long, however, it does not need to. The near full charge on the bat reverse hit of it's going to be enough to take the first stock. It locks down, gets hit by the water shuriken. Nearly gets launched out safe, however, avoids it. Oh, CPU nearly SDs, however, his recovery is just too good. Just gets him with the Mega Flare. Tries entering once again, hits him with the forward smash. CPU still on stage, avoids the Giga Flare, jumps right through it fearlessly. It's good timing, good sense on when the timing of those hitboxes are. But it's struggling against Water Shuriken. Needs to find a way to play around his projectiles. That being said, he does have a 3-stock lead. Looks like CPU's just waiting out, seeing he's going to go for aggressive approaches. Grape delivers. Trying to make his way back to stage. You can see here Greninja has a ton of recovery options. Almost dashes into it. Doesn't get the punish though. He hesitated a bit too much. So the jab and the dash attack actually clank to each other when Sephiroth was facing the opposite direction. Grape just content to keep his lead and throw projectiles. He is going to be the one who goes in. CPU was going to have to be aggressive in that situation since Grape has such a passive lead. That's also precisely what Sephiroth wants. That reverse hit of up smash hits, and Grape takes the set 2-0.
Step into the ring. Ready?
Alright, and our final set of the day is going to begin. We'll have one doozy for you. Grape versus Monster. Grape is the number 3rd ranked player in Missouri for the league, and Monster is ranked number 2. Let's see if Grape's going to be able to do it, and how big of their gap, if any, there is between their rankings for Mosef. We've already been over the basics of those characters. However, we might be able to see Ridley's more Swiss Army knife style a bit more effectively now that he's playing against someone who's more familiar with the character. Making great use of that side B, using that Plasma Breath to stall the ledge. You see here how punishable Octo Slash is. Hitting with the up smash as a monster takes the first stock. Oh, picks another one and air dodges out of the way. However, Grape instead goes for the unusual aerial interrupt, trying to catch out and air dodge someone to that. Isn't able to get it though. Monster gets a basic combo off the throw. Throws him up to get stage advantage. Gets forward air out, however. Monster rolls, gets hit by the forward smash. Not the sweet spot, not enough to kill. Back airs Grape off stage. Grape has one wing, so he does have that extra jump. Octo slashes back. Gets caught up by the Plasma Breath. This is the blender. This is what Plasma Breath is good for. Grape could have potentially made it back, but Hitstone was just too much. Grape loses the second stock. Monster only taking 85.7%. Forward airs him off stage, catches his dump. Still has one though. He's able to one wing back. Oh, barely misses. Both players missing their jabs. Gets caught out by the near Monster. Goes for another Plasma Breath. Throws him to gain advantage. Predicts the down air yet again. Catches him out with a dash attack. Barely, not enough to kill. Here we see the really see the weight difference here. Sephiroth is a very, very light character. Almost all of Ridley's options will be able to kill here. And Grape gets caught out by the back air. Monster in a dominant game 1. Not even taking 90%, takes the first game. Monster played that very, very well. Grape might have just run out of luck here. Grape needs to focus on just using Sephiroth's spacing tool to just keep Ridley out, because the instant he gets off stage, Ridley does have the tools to be able to intercept him, both with himself and with that his Plasma Breath neutral special. As we can see here in the second set, it absolutely just wrecked his recovery, made it very, very difficult, even impossible for him to be able to get back to stage. Monster, very good combos, almost was able to get a forward air train off the side, that third stock, although Grape was able to avoid that fate. Very good at finding opportunities to land kills, and Grape, that's something that Grape very much struggled with. He probably, if he got a well-spaced forward smash, could have been able to kill there. But Grape did struggle to find openings against Ridley, which he should get. Sephiroth has the range to be able to do that. Monster played that very, very, very well. If I was to think of what each player could do, Monster, I wouldn't change a thing about their playstyle. I think they're in a very good spot. Grape, I would imagine, needs to use more safe attacks, needs to use more tilt attacks, needs to use more forward tilt, needs to use more aerials, and needs to use less smash attacks. Random up smashes in neutral and as an anti-air will work against people who, quite frankly, aren't as familiar or comfortable with the game and its movement. But against someone like Isomonster, that's not going to cut it anymore, especially against a character like Ridley, who has several jumps. Matching that with a player who's more comfortable, it's going to be a doozy. Looks like Grape going to be counterpicking to K. Rool, character I don't believe he's going to live for it, so only very, very infrequently. Also been over the basics of this character. The special armor mechanic is a heavyweight and deals a ton of damage. He also has some projectiles, however, he is going to be a big body and it's going to be heavy, which means that it's going to be absolute combo food. The combination of being easy to hit and not taking as much knockback is going to be brutal. That being said, K. Rool does have some cheese that Grape might be looking to take advantage of. The strong hits can sort of circumvent his lacking kill power as we see him lose his first stock to a dash attack. Grape finds an anti-air with that up smash. Actually, one of the K. Rool's arguably worst move with up air. Those moves are very situational and generally outclassed by other things. Here's Grape's making this work. That forward smash is going to take the first stock. Tries to go for a grab, doesn't get it. Trying to use options. That counter is going to also act as a reflector, which means that you could potentially have a strategy to work against the Plasma Breath. Assuming it even lands though, using it multiple times in a row like that is just going to give Isomonster free openings. Recovery, getting up, gets up the out of shield up smash though. Once again the counter whiffs, Grape not hit a single one of those so far. Isomonster goes for the edge guard. Grape doesn't go for an edge guard of his own. K. Rool has a lot of spikes available. Mispredicts when the timing of that is. That up smash hits very delayed because it starts behind Ridley, meaning that Isomonster is able to finish off that same stock, only taking 22% in stock. Grape just not able to find the openings he's looking for. The guy gets launched off stage. Isomonster looks like they want to go for an edge guard here. Four throws him off. Fair trains him off to the side. Grape forced to go high. The up air just barely whiffs from Isomonster. Grape's able to make it back. That being said, he's at 110%. Ridley could find a kill here. But K. Rool is the second heaviest character in the game, so it's going to be a bit more difficult. Down smash is blowing him this time. Finally finds the counter against the dash attack. Goes for a down smash, however, just mistimed it. That one just doesn't hit because he was caught by the platform. Whiffs the grab. Oh, Isomonster going for the disrespectful down special. That was a simple misinput. Either way, he's going to armor through it. However, Grape is at very, very high percent right now. He is at 150. Nearly 160. Grape's going to have to play this carefully. It doesn't look like he's doing that though. He's just throwing caution to the wind, trying to find an opening, desperately trying to take Isomonster's second stock. That forward smash whiffs, that could be the game. And that's going to be it. Isomonster back throws Grape, taking the set 2-0. And on that note, that's going to be the final set of the day. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in to Junior Varsity Super Smash Bros. Singles for Photosage Esports. We will not be seeing you Thursday because of parent-teacher conferences. So until next Monday for Week 8 of Varsity, we will see you again.